Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Wa ala alihi wa sahbihi rasulillah ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa halul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. The Honorable, the examiner of seminar proposal, and then the Honorable of my supervisor, Mr. Nuadi MED. Okay, for the first, let me introduce myself. My name is Febria Rahmanika. I am the 5th semester of English Education Department student. And right now, I would like to explain about my research proposal entitled The Effect of Watching English Movie Towards Student Actionability in Listening Comprehension at State Senior High School number 1 of Bukit Tinggi. The first topic is about the background of the problem. As we know, listening is a receptive skill in English that must be mastered by students or people who want to master in English. It means that the listening is the one of major skills that imply as a component of all skills in English, such as speaking, reading, listening, and writing. And then the other word, listening, is important to language practice. It is shown that listening can help someone to speaking in English. And then the listening is a skill which can be improved by practice. So it is the active process of receiving and responding to the spoken language. According to Gilak Jani and Saburi 2016, listening is considered as one of the most significant skills in learning any foreign or second language. Then, the listening skill can moreover be the foremost troublesome one among all the dialect aptitude to be improved. In any case, the significance of tuning in aptitude with the prepare of EFL instructing and learning cannot be denied. Based on the State Senior High School number 1 Bukit Tinggi, in teaching and learning process, actually all of the English skills are integrated, but there is a problem that found by the researcher is that students are limited in using videos, so they are difficult to understand. Then, related to one of the learning materials, namely exposition, students will be asked about how the video is. So, because of listening skill is an important point for the students need to be able to understand how the intent or storyline is obtained from a video. It's obtained from a video, where the accent used in the video can also affect listening comprehension. So the teacher at the school must be able to find the other methods that can be used to improve that skill. Finally, the researcher considered that English movie can be one of the media that can imply to improve their listening comprehension. So, according to the Lucantonio 2000, students enjoy learning through watching movie clips because this is the medium combines sounds and vision to create a video image. That's why using English movie can be considered by the teachers to use as a teaching and learning at the classroom. And then the English movie also fun things because while watching English movie, they're also studying and improving the listening comprehension. Next is a limitation of the problem. After identifying the problem that step before, which has indicated the phenomenon, thus the writer or the researcher needs to determine is there a significant effect after watching English movie towards student actionability in English listening skill at the Senior High School number 1 Bukit Tinggi. Based on the problem, in the background of the problem, the writer will identify as follows: how is student accent ability in listening comprehension before watching English movie at Senior High School number 1 Bukit Tinggi? And the second, how is student accent ability in listening comprehension after watching English movie at Senior High School number 1 Bukit Tinggi? And the last is there any significant effect of watching English movie towards student accent ability in listening comprehension at Senior High School number 1 Bukit Tinggi? Next is about operational concept on this research. Because of this research is an experimental design with quantitative a method which focus on the significant effect of watching English movie towards student actionability in listening comprehension. So the researcher used three variables in this research, such as student accent, English movie, and the last is listening comprehension. According to the Harmer 2007, state that there are several positive reasons for learning English by watching movies, such as movies has interesting particular value, teachers tutorial helps understand how to pronounce and balance the facial expression, help understand the meaning spoken by the body language, and including a series of lessons to explain a process, and has sounds and pictures that make the teaching and learning process more easy. Next is about the research method. Research design that will be used in this study is experimental with quantitative research, which the study will be conducted on the January until February 2022. At the senior high school number 1 of Bukit Tinggi, with the student at the second grade as the subject of this research, and to find the student listening comprehension as the object of this research. Participants of this research, there are 4 classes from 8 class at the second grade on the science subjects of State Senior High School number 1 Bukit Tinggi that will be involved as the participants on this research. Next is about the technique of data collection. The first technique is observation through listening tests. The researcher will do listening tests at the first to analyze the student's actionability in listening comprehension. Maybe the researcher will try to give the pre-test for the student. And after that, the writer will use questionnaire as the second technique of this research. This technique will use to collect the data of how student actionability in listening comprehension by watching English movie. And the last is about the technique of data analysis. Because this research used the quantitative method with the experimental design, so the researcher will analyze the data collection from the result of listening test and questionnaire, and then will analyze the data with descriptive statistic by using SPSS application. Okay, we come to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention, and sorry for the mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.